Back on his bike and back in his element, playing to the cameras on the campaign trail. The Prime Minister, riding pretty high in some polls too, was still doing his best to play down expectations.
It's a very tough set of elections, and I think that when the Conservatives, when we stood last time for many of these council seats, we were at a particularly high watermark. We'll be fighting for absolutely every vote.
For the Labour leader, pitted against Boris Johnson for the first time, there was some support on the street.
We want to start a chant to kick Boris out.
But also a lot to prove as he travelled from the north to the West Midlands, trying to shore up Labour's faltering support in its old strongholds.
I am very clear that the strategy is to get from where we were in 2019 to winning the next general election. That is the sole focus of what I'm doing, what my leadership is doing. It's going to take time. We're making progress. That is good. But I never thought it was going to happen in a year.
The West Midlands is one of 13 areas, including London, where voters will be picking a mayor tomorrow. Across 143 English councils, there are around 5,000 seats up for grabs. And there's a by-election in Hartlepool, where Labour are under threat from the Tories. In Birmingham's wholesale market, the signs were not wholly positive for Labour's leader, especially if he'd been counting on capitalising on the sleaze allegations dogging the Prime Minister.
How people do up their flats has got nothing to do with politics and the running of the country, as far as I'm concerned. So that has galvanised me out to go and vote for the Prime Minister.
Has your family traditionally voted Labour?
They've traditionally voted Labour, and now I vote Conservative. I believe that the Conservative Party is now more in line with working class views.
I'm going to support my vote to Labour Party because I think Labour Party more understands the Asian people problems.
When the results start coming in from this bumper set of elections on Friday, attention will focus on three key areas: the mayoral races here in the West Midlands and in Tees Valley, and the by-election in Hartlepool. Crucial barometers of what the nation is thinking politically and whether Labour can start rebuilding its fortunes in its traditional strongholds or not. Our elections analyst believes there's work to do.
At the moment it looks, yes, people in the north in particular, working class voters, white voters as well, have fallen out of love, it seems, with Labour, who the party they supported for decades. But people do not fundamentally change their loyalties like that. It's up to Labour to win them back.
Opposition parties used to do well at local elections, and there are likely to be Labour gains in the south. But with the vaccine rollout giving the Conservatives a boost and Labour's foundations in parts of the Midlands and the north still looking shaky, it's going to be much harder to clean up. ROMILLY Weeks, News at 10 in Birmingham.